choose to feel good today.
I choose to feel good today. Good morning, you guys. It is literally 6:03, 04 now. And I woke up this early because I am going to a Lagri class for 7 a.m. And I have to say I'm feeling good. Weirdly, I'm feeling good. I was up from 4:30. I don't know why I woke up. I guess I was so excited about waking up this early, even though there is nothing to be excited about. But yeah, I woke up at 4:30 and I was just kind of laying around and just like trying to sleep more. But weirdly, I'm feeling energized and I'm happy about it because usually I'm miserable up until 9 a.m. Like, I cannot get out of my bed till 9 a.m. Like, that's my recent situation. And you might be asking yourself in your head, Maya, why the hell would you sign yourself up for a 7 a.m. class if you're struggling with waking up? And that's a very valid question. And this is because I am trying to fight it really hard. I'm trying to fight my urge to stay in bed really hard. And I was like, you know, that's a nice challenge. And yesterday I had second thoughts and I was like, I don't know if I want to go. Like, it's 7 a.m. I need to be out of the house at 6:30. But I did it anyways. I'm like, you know, life is there to be challenged. I'm here to be challenged. So yeah, so I'm going. And I'm excited because the thing is, I love waking up early. It makes me feel so good. And you know the feeling of like, it's 8 or 9 a.m. and you've already done so much, you know, you've been up for 1 or 2 hours already. It's just the best thing ever. And I want to build a habit out of waking up early, but it's been so miserable and so extremely hard recently. And I am protesting. I don't want this in my life, okay? Like, as you saw, it is still pretty dark. But you know what? Like, if that's what it takes, then I guess. No, but the thing is, you know, I'm always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna do this and that. But then when the alarm starts ringing, I'm just like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I can't. Like, leave me alone. And that's where it ends. And I can't keep on breaking promises to myself. So we are changing it today. Yes, yes. You're experiencing right here, right now, my first day of fighting with habit of sleeping until like 9 a.m. Nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're doing that, perfect. Like, there is nothing wrong with that. I've been doing it for weeks now. But I want to change it, you know? So yeah, guys, let's just start our day. I got myself some water. I'm gonna eat something little in a second, just to eat something, but then at the same time not go with a full stomach. And we're gonna get going because my bus is at 6:29 and it's currently 6:09. So I got 20 minutes till it comes. And yeah, let's do it, you guys. I am feeling so good right now. Like, it was so worth it to get up and go. And I had a stress actually, because I went to the bus stop and the bus was not coming, and I was like, am I standing on the right bus stop? Like, what is going on? Like, why is it not here? And you know, 5 minutes passed, 7 minutes passed, and it was not there. And I was checking like, oh my God, am I on the right stop? Like, what's going on? Because obviously I wasn't aiming at coming very early. You know, I was like last minute, like the plan was to come last minute. And so with the bus getting delayed or whatever, I was like, am I gonna make it on time? Because my bus was gonna be there 5 minutes before the class started, and it was already so delayed, and I was like, oh my God, I'm literally gonna be late. But everything thankfully turned out well, and I was at the right bus stop and I got there on time. But I'm feeling so good now, and I thought, you know, with this whole video about my morning and my workout routine in a way, I thought I can share with you the little changes, actually not very little, they are pretty big, changes to my workout routine that happened pretty recently. Because honestly, me personally, I love watching other people talk about their workout routines. I don't know, it's just so interesting to me. So maybe to some of you who are interested, it can be helpful too. So first of all, I just wanted to announce something, and it is that I'm preparing for a half marathon. Those of you who follow me on Instagram probably know already, but yes, I am preparing to run a half marathon. I needed like a bigger goal to work towards, because obviously like you can work out, you know, have like a goal of working out for like, I don't know, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever. But I needed something bigger. I needed something like palpable, you know what I mean? Like palpable, something specific to work towards. And yeah, and I thought a half marathon is a perfect thing. So I'm gonna be running a half marathon in 12 weeks. So I give myself 13 weeks specifically because I started my training last week to get ready for the half marathon. And the exciting part, there are two exciting parts, but I'm gonna talk about only one of them because the other one is kind of a secret. Like, it's not set in stone just yet, and so I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to jinx it. But the first part is that I'm gonna be running the half marathon for my birthday, for my 20th birthday, which is so exciting. It's just, I feel like it's the perfect challenge to take on for, you know, such a like significant birthday, because it's 20, you know, and I'm not really into partying or anything, so it's not my vibe anyways. So I thought might as well just run a half marathon. So yeah, I'm gonna be running it probably one day after my birthday, because that's when the race is, and I'm just so excited and I'm so pumped about the training. And currently I run 3 times a week, and I use this app called, I'm gonna quickly show you on my phone, it's called Runner. So it's like an app like this, and kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it like gives you all the things that you need to run. Like, it tells you how to run, where to run, I mean not where to run, but how to run, what pace and stuff. And to be honest, I chose the beginner plan because I haven't run in a while. I used to run a lot. I used to run like 12k kilometers a few times a week, but recently for the last year or so, or maybe even 2 years, I haven't ran much. So I thought I'm just gonna start as a beginner, especially that in the past I got runner's knee, which is basically like your knee is really, really painful. And I was struggling with it for weeks. And so I'm really determined this time to make sure that I don't get it, and so it doesn't stop me from running that half marathon. So I'm really putting a lot of effort into stretching, into warming up, cooling down, all of those things, just to make sure that I can prevent it as much as possible, and also starting slow. Because I think I could easily run 10k now, but it's not gonna be good for my body. So obviously I don't wanna get injured. So I run 3 times a week. It's 1 short run, 1 long run, and 1 interval run, something like pace focused run, just to improve my pace. Because for now it's telling that I'm gonna run the half marathon. Half marathon is 21 kilometers. I'm gonna run it in around 2 hours. And so I'm just kind of working on slightly increasing decreasing that time. But yeah, honestly, no pressure. Like, I'm not aiming at any specific time. Maybe closer to the race, I'm gonna be like, oh, I wanna run it in this time or something. But I just wanna run. It's my first half marathon. And so yeah, I just wanna like fill it out, you know? So as I said, just to kind of recap, I do 3 runs per week. And then for the remaining of time, I am doing Pilates. And this is something new to my routine. I would do some Pilates every now and then, would usually do mat Pilates with some reformer here and there if I booked a class. But now I really wanna focus a bit more on it, because I've been getting much more into Pilates and like the exercises and everything, even though, you know, for the longest time I've been working out, just doing strength training with dumbbells and stuff, because Also, if you don't know, I'm a personal trainer. I got certified last year, and so I kind of, you know, got a deeper understanding of that. But now I started getting into Pilates. I am not denying that maybe sometime in the future I'm gonna make a Pilates certification as well, because it just interests me so much, and you know, it opens many doors for me for the future. But okay, I'm doing Pilates 2 to 3 times a week, apart from running. And I usually do either reformer Pilates or I try to do la grille. And if you don't know what la grille is, let me just quickly pull up some definition or something. My camera just died on me and completely threw me off. And also, I'm sorry if you can hear the lawn cutting in the background, but someone is cutting it. I was gonna read the definition for you. So this is a definition from like the official website of the method, which is lagrillefitness.com. And it says that the la grille method is a high-intensity, low-impact exercise method that tightens, strengthens, and tones in as little as 20 minutes a session by incorporating bodybuilding principles such as time under tension, which removes breaks from workouts and grants users the ability to sweat, shake, and persevere through the total duration of every class. And so my class was, I'm pretty sure, 50 minutes. And so it was, you know, it was pretty hard. And today I did arms and abs. But as I was saying, I try to do this method as much as I can. And the thing is that in London, there's only one studio in total. No. There's one studio in total. Let me grab her. There is only one studio in total that does this method, because most of them are in like California. That's where I discovered the method. It was in LA when I went there. So in London, there is only one studio. But what I try to do, and don't laugh at me, is I try to do this method on a reformer machine, because this method, la grille, is done on a megaformer, which is kind of slightly different compared to reformer. If you want to like check it out online, it is slightly different, but you know, a lot of those movements, you can do them on a reformer. In the gym that I go to, we do have a reformer machine to like use for everyone for free. And so I try to do those workouts on the machines. Obviously, like, I modify it. And because I'm a personal trainer, so I have some sort of an experience with reformer, I kind of, in most cases, know how to modify it to make it work. So yeah, so I do those moves on a reformer machine, or I do reformer Pilates. And if I do reformer Pilates, I do it with Forma Pilates. So I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but I discovered pretty recently. Forma Pilates are these workout studios and also workout platform in LA, I think New York as well. And they are founded by this girl called Levi, I'm not sure. Liana Levi, I'm guessing, something like that. What I love about her classes with reformer is that you can actually sweat, and it is really challenging because she uses mini bands, she uses weights. And one thing about me is that I love when a workout makes you sweat and it makes you actually fatigued. Whereas in most classes that I went to with reformer, or when I do like a reformer class from like the screen that my reformer in the gym has, they are like, you can feel the burn a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like, it doesn't challenge you as much. And so I bought access to Forma Pilates online because the studios in LA and New York, they are referral only. So you need to know someone who goes to be able to go. And so it's kind of like exclusive and stuff. But the platform, you can buy it for yourself if you want. And so I've been using that, and it is pretty great. I don't know if I'm gonna keep on using it because also there are so many tutorials. There are so many classes online, like on YouTube. And so I'm not sure. We'll see if I buy like a proper membership, because I have a trial for now. So yeah, my current plan is 3 rounds per week and 2-3 Pilates sessions. This is my workout routine as of now, updated workout routine. I am loving it, I have to say. I mean, it's been a week and a half since I started this regime, but it's been going really well and I've been really enjoying it. But you guys, let me know if you want me to talk a bit more about like my half marathon preparation and how I structure my training plan and everything. Like, just a bit more, you know, share with you the journey, because obviously it's 12 weeks and so it's a lot of time, it's 3 months. So let me know if you want to hear more about it. And now I need to eat something and I need to just kind of refresh myself, because I am low-key a bit sweaty and I am starving right now. So let's make breakfast and let's just get dressed. Let's change a little bit, because yeah, because we need to start our day. Just because I woke up early doesn't mean I can just be lazy now, you know?
These are wet. You can just tell the difference between. This is like the first one, but the second time, I think it was the part of the conversation.
It's just, they just don't know where it's all this. Don't take my information, you have.
Here. Someone they said.
No, I don't share.
Yeah, noisy.
I have been getting so into podcasts recently. Like, I'm on my podcast phase, and I've been listening to them so much. I don't know, I guess part of it comes down to my social media break. If you did not watch my last vlog, I'm gonna link it up here. But I was kind of opening up a bit more about my social media break and how I took 2 weeks completely off Instagram and TikTok. I did not consume any content. I uninstalled them from my phone, and how it impacted me. And I guess my phase for podcasts kind of came from it because I was listening to so many podcasts when I did not use social media, because obviously, like, I wanted to fill the silence, I wanted to fill my time, and that was kind of one of the main sources of my entertainment, and it stayed with me. And one of my favorite podcasts recently is called What's the Juice? It's by Alya Zaita and by Yoni Ikoto. Let me show you the cover art so you guys know which one I'm talking about. But it is so good. I just love it so much. Literally, this podcast feels like I'm hanging out with friends, and they're just talking and thinking, and they have so many different topics they talk about, and like the range is huge, and even like topics that I would think that I wouldn't be interested in. So for example, recently I listened to the podcast about why concerts are overrated, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be interested, like, but at the same time, I literally listened to most of their episodes, and so I was like, these are the ones that are left, you know? So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna listen to why concerts are overrated. But I don't really go to concerts, and so I was like, I don't know if it's gonna interest me really. And they can make every single topic, even a topic that you are not really interested in, interesting. I don't know, their thoughts, their ways of thinking, it's very interesting, at least to me. I'm gonna show you the cover art just so you know which podcast it is when you go on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So it's this one. Come on. It's this one. It's called What's the Juice? And they have a new cover art. They just started a new season. One of my recent favorites is Skinny Confidential podcast. And some of you might have heard about it. It's pretty big. But it's not like someone talking and teaching you things. It's more like interviews and talks with like different interesting people from different fields. I listened to this episode from them. Let me just pull up to show you the cover art as well, just so you know. So this is Skinny Confidential. Let me just... Okay, so this is the other one. They have this one episode that I listened to recently. It came to me at the perfect time. And it was just like a mini episode. It was 15 minutes or something. And it was a solo episode. So it was with Michael only, with the guy. It really resonated with me, and it was about how you can't envy someone if you wouldn't accept 100% of their life. And most of the times when we follow people online, we only see a small percentage of their whole life. We don't see their relationships within their family. We don't see, like, we can't see all of the areas in their lives, their love life, their career life, their family life. There are so many different aspects to life, and we don't see all of them. And even if we see some, it's just literally 5% of the whole picture, you know? And so he was telling how it is okay to get inspired, but if you are not ready to take on 100% of someone's life, and most of the times we don't even know how those 100% look like, there is no point in envying someone. You can get inspired, you can be like, this is amazing, they are doing amazing, they're inspiring me to do something similar, but there shouldn't be any envy there. Because if you knew all of their struggles, because everyone is struggling with something, you wouldn't necessarily look at it similarly, and you wouldn't necessarily envy that. You wouldn't want that in your life, you know? Each of us has something, but just because one person has something that we want doesn't mean other parts of their life are not affected in some way that we would not want our life to look like. I don't know, I feel like I kind of explained it pretty complicated. I don't know, I just feel like I made it complicated. But I'm gonna link the podcast if I remember. I'm gonna link it down below so you can give it a listen. It's literally 15 minutes and it's really, like, it's a good mindset to have. Yeah, now I wanna read because I just finished, last night I finished my book. It's this one. It's called Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. And I really enjoyed it. Even though at first it took me like 2 months to properly get into it, because for the first, I'd say like 80 pages, it didn't really hook me in. But then it really hooked me. And I went through the whole book, which has around 330 pages in like a week, maybe a little over a week. And I know for some people it might be long, but I'm not a reader. You know, like I read just like recreationally, you know, once in a while, like before bed a little bit maybe, you know, nothing too crazy. So I'm really proud of myself and I really enjoyed this book. So if you want something that's gonna make you think about the world and how we perceive it and how we approach it, I think it's a good read. And it's a fiction, by the way, so it's not like a self-improvement book. It's more like fiction that makes you think, which is my favorite type. So definitely read it, and now I need to find a new book to read, and I think I'm gonna read for a second, then get to other work because I have some stuff to do.